Hi guys, I am Donna and this is episode 16 of my American Diaries. In the previous episodes, I told you how I found a job in 2 weeks after I got back from US thanks to my best friend Tel, who was head of the procurement management team in one of the big holdings in Georgia. I started working as a foreign procurement manager. The office was in Tbilisi, capital, and I lived in Rustavi, which was about 30 minutes away. So I could take a public transportation, which was quite easy, as there were minivans we called marshutkas that we were running from directly my home to Tbilisi, and then after that I could either walk about 30 minutes to get to the office or take another transportation, and I decided to walk, of course, because I love walking, and that was the only exercise I could do during the day because I was sitting at my desk all day. So a little bit about the company. So it was called Cartu Group, and our team was in the company was building and reconstructing a lot of very strategic objects in Georgia, and our team was looking for the materials all over the world and negotiating with the companies and signing the contracts and then taking care of the transportation. So there were about 10 managers in our team, and we were all sitting in one big room with our desks, our computers and phones, and it was a very nice and pleasant working environment. I love those kids. We were all young and beautiful. I think I was the oldest one. Probably they were all younger than me. I still friend with many of them, even after how many years? I don't know, 13 years or something. And Ted was a great manager. It was just such a pleasant working environment, and I loved waking up in the morning and going to work and dress up and put my makeup on. So it was good, but it did not last long. She had to leave in about a year or so, and we got a new manager, a guy who was not as nice as my friend. So he was very mean. He was actually yelling at us all day, calling us stupid, and just putting them in a very uncomfortable situations. And I think about those days often, and I am mad at myself that I did not speak up and say anything to him. I was afraid. I was afraid to lose my job because if I lost my job, then who could support my children? I was the only person who could support, and it was not easy to find a new job in Georgia in that time. So I had to just suck it up and just hear him yelling me all the time and telling me that I was stupid. That was a reality, yes. One day, actually, we went out for a drink, our group, and he was with us. And that night, I discovered that this guy actually could smile and be nice. And we kind of became friends, but I tried to understand him that he was under the pressure and he had a lot of responsibility, blah, blah, blah. But I don't think still anybody has any excuse to treat people, adults or not adults, like that. Yeah, anyway, so don't forget that David is still in my life. I haven't mentioned him for a few episodes, but he is calling me every day as soon as he wakes up at 6 a.m. So it was 2 p.m. on my time, and I was at the office, so he was calling me there. First call was in the office, and then second call was in Marshutka when I was going back home around 6 or 7, and then the third call, yeah, he was calling me sometimes like 3 times a day. Third call when I was already at home. Sometimes if my dad was at home, like just watching the kids, so he was calling there, and the first word David learned in Georgian was ara, because when he called at home and asked for me, of course my dad did not speak English, so he was like ara, 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 so that means no. So like Donna's not here, something like that. So good thing with working in this company was that because I had so many relations with the foreign companies, like in Italy and Greece and Spain and Turkey, so I had a chance to travel there for business. So one day I asked one of my companies in Italy to send me the invitation, and so I could get the visa. We still needed visa even if we wanted to go to the European countries that time. So they sent me the invitation, immigration, and I got the visa, and I called David and asked him if he could meet me in Italy. But this will be for the next episode, this story. It's a fun story. And I will see you next time. Bye.